Hello everyone, this is cztl and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov informational deep dive. Today, we're going to be talking about money farming. Let's face it, the way to make money in Tarkov has completely changed since the implementation of dynamic loot. Big ticket items are no longer formally in their old locations, and I'm not sure about you, but those high value loot locations, they're not even high value anymore. They're high traffic. That means a lot more death. Dying in Tarkov is one of the worst things that you could do when you're trying to make money. You have to outfit yourself with a completely new kit. Even if you got it back from insurance, you still need to spend money on ammo. Also, you're spending time preparing your character instead of actually making money. Finally, you need to buy insurance for your new kit. If you're trying to make money in Tarkov, you want to avoid PvP and boss fights at all costs. Those dramatically reduce your survival rate. You want your survival rate to be in the 80s, 90s, or even 100% if you can get there. With that said, let's talk about money farming now. Instead, my focus is going to be to put you in the mindset that you need to be in to be successful at this. Let me show you the loadout that I've been using all of today without dying a single time, and some of the considerations that I've been making. This is the loadout that I've been using for both interchange and reserve. You can see I'm wearing Comtex because it protects me from scav's buckshot to the face. The weapon I've chosen has been an Ultima for a couple of reasons. One, it uses buckshot, so the ammo fits in 1 or 2 slots. The second is it's got an extremely cheap thermal that you can use to basically navigate around in the dark. The whole gun costs around 100k, maybe a little bit more. But it's great at keeping you alive, especially in interchange versus killa. Next, I have my meds combo that I use basically in every build. I got a Salewa, 2 cheeses, and a hemostat. I have 1 grenade and a max energy drink. The max energy drink is for building my immunity skill. The Makarov is there for both my mag drill skills and my recoil control skills. I can empty out the mag and fill it repeatedly, and then fire off the rounds when I'm done with it. You'll notice my Gamma only has a dox case and some painkillers. The reason why I'm bringing keys into interchange in this case is just in case someone turns on power and I'm close to Ultramed or Kippa, I can go in there very quickly and exit. Here's another tip that you can use. The AK-47 XRSU, you could put that on an AKS buffer tube and it becomes 1 slot in your Gamma. You could then put, I believe, 4 or 5 attachments if you could have like a Bravo scope or something like that. This thing is like 4 or 5 Gamma slots in one. And you can always insert and toss it if you don't use it. I wasn't in the right server to be able to use this, so I chose not to bring it. Finally, I chose the TV-110 for its high durability and so that I could use the no backpack extracts, which I planned on using on both maps regardless of where I spawned. As for what you should do, that is completely up to you. Just make sure that you have a cohesive plan for spawning at each different region within a map, and that you know where you're going to extract. Once you have a plan, it's easy to create a kit around that, like I just showed you. And I'll show you how I put that plan into action. My plan if I spawn on the Idea side was to hit all the Jaeger stashes that I would encounter on the way in, hit the pharmacy, go up through Idea, hit the computers, traverse Idea through the middle of it, go to the other side, out the back, into the back of Goshan, where I would loot anything on the shelves, on my way to the backpack extract. You'll see I encountered some scavs here. And that's about it for the exciting parts of this video. There's one other unsuspecting scav that I killed. Other than that, the majority of it was looting. Fun tip, I think there's a non-dynamic loot spawn of thermite on those back shelves in Goshan over there, right when you walk in the garage entrance. And you can see here that I tried to break my legs, but it didn't work, so then I just extracted. I didn't bother unloading a mag or firing off a clip. And this next part's important. You want to put everything that you can into your cases to sell them later. This allows you to go right into your scav raid after that. I did a video on max karma, which outlines my approach to scav raids, which I'll link in the description, but this is essentially it. And now it's over. This turns out to yield more than 1,000,000 rubles per hour, even if you sell defense.
Just die already!
I was thinking, what's the most non-obvious way to get out of here? Jump up the second floor. Now, after you've had a couple raids where you're putting stuff in your containers, it's time to sell them. Right-click that icon in the bottom center of the screen called Sorting Table, and then shift right-click all the items that you want to sell into it. Make sure you have space in your inventory, and then you can just close the sorting table when you're done, and all the items in there will be transferred into your inventory. The final tip to money farming is to check that Auto Select Similar button right before you click your item, and then it will list all the same things of that type. Well, that concludes this video on money farming. If you found this content helpful, smash the like out of that shit button and consider subscribing. I will see you on the battlefield.